Hello, once again, and welcome to another episode of Morn and Eventide, where the purpose is to read the verses of God every morning and every end of day. Now, the last time we spoke together, it was about the first hidden word and about possessing a pure, kindly, and radiant heart. And we talked about this possession of that kind of heart and how this radiance of that kind of love to others enables an everlasting gift and blessing. Today we move on to the next hidden word, and as we are used to, we start by reading, move on to understanding, and try to think about how we can apply these learnings in our daily lives. So let's start. O Son of Spirit, the best beloved of all things in my sight is justice. Turn not away therefrom if thou desirest me, and neglect it not, that I may confide in thee. By its aid thou shalt see with thine own eyes, and not through the eyes of others, and shall know of thine own knowledge, and not through the knowledge of thy neighbour. Ponder this in thy heart, how it behoveth thee to be. Verily, justice is my gift to thee, and the sign of my loving kindness. Set it then before thine eyes. So this talks about justice, and there are multiple synonyms of justice, including equity and fairness, and it means giving everyone their due rights, or seeing matters as they are truly without bias or your personal whims. We move on. Turn not away therefrom if thou desirest me. So if you desire God, you should not turn away from justice. And neglect it not, that I may confide in thee. So do not neglect it, that I may confide in thee. What does confide mean? Let's look at the dictionary. Tell someone about a secret or private matter while trusting them not to repeat it to others. Or entrust something to someone in order for them to look after it. Or trust someone enough to tell them of a secret or private matter. In my personal opinion, I think this means that we would be fulfilling this trust from God and be trustworthy in that kind of sense to bear his secrets or basically his blessings to deserve them. I think that is maybe a possible explanation. By its aid, thou shalt see with thine own eyes and not through the eyes of others. So what is the purpose here? If we are just, we see things with our own eyes and not through the eyes of others, and know things with our own knowledge and not through the knowledge of our neighbor. Now let's think about this in our life. If someone tells us of someone's mistake or someone's bad habit or something of that sense, we could rush and judge them, right? Blindly. And we could also do the same thing in many things in life, whether our understanding of things, our judgment of something. And this causes a problem that we kind of become blind and we become only a reflection of others. We do not have any value of ourselves to bring. And our understanding is just through the eyes of others, as if we do not have or use our own eyes. And this is not what we're supposed to do. We need to be just and look at the truth from its source so that we could use our own eyes and understand the truth. Okay, we can move on. Ponder this in thy heart, how it behoveth thee to be. So I think it tells us to think how it's either how we should become like this or what happens to us when we become like this. I'm not sure actually. And let's think about this. There's a lot of news now on social media, and there's controversial stories everywhere, and there's a very real possibility that what you are looking at is not even real. It's fake, and it just wants to cause panic and cause everyone to lose their minds, right? If we rush and not to look at the source of truth, we could also have this knowledge through the knowledge of my neighbor who is trying to deceive me. And that is not how we're supposed to do things. And it's easy to slip into this because we consume so much media every day that it's very difficult to have this filter in front of you that when you see something, you think, wait a second, but who are you to tell me this? Are you a person of authority or of knowledge? Is this source trustworthy? This is important for us to think about. And then we can move on to our life decisions. There are many, many, many life decisions that we need to take, whether our field of study, our career path, our friends, the family that we will build. It is all important decisions that we need to make. But we might feel that it's easier to decide based on what everyone is doing or what someone else is doing. And we again become this kind of mirror. We are not considering our own life's context. We are not trying to get to the truth of things, get to how we are supposed to make this life decision in the best way possible. So that's one thing. There's many different lenses to look at this. Verily, justice is my gift to thee. So it's a gift. We have to use it because it will help us in many ways that we could not imagine. And it's the sign of God's loving kindness. So set it before thine eyes. We have to keep it in front of us at all times. So that was it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Please share if you have any personal examples that you could share with us on how we could use this learning in our daily lives. And I hope to see you well on the next episode of Morn and Eventide. Thank you.